Alright, so in this video we're going to switch gears and talk about outer joins. Before we do that, I want to rerun letter D here, which was basically just a simple inner join, okay, and coming from pulling data from two tables, and this is an explicit join where we use a join syntax, and basically here are the results. I have 35 rows, and I'm looking at the vendor names here in my results. We have Benchy and Calabout and Demori, El Rey, Slitty. Let's see what else. So I'm examining these results. Okay, looks like maybe about 10 different suppliers, I would say. Okay, just taking a quick look. And then I'm going to run a query here to examine all of the vendors, all of the suppliers in the vendor table. And I'm looking and I'm seeing the usual places: Venchi, Calabout, Demori, El Rey, Cacao Berry, Slitty, and so on. And then, you know, I get to this one, and I don't remember seeing that guy, that vendor, in the query results. And I don't remember seeing this one, and I don't remember seeing Cavalier and Lindt Chocolate, for example. So there are some vendors in the vendor table that do not appear in my query results. Okay, and that's the nature of an inner join, such as this one. Is a record is only going to make the cut of the query. It's only going to end up in your results set if it has a match in the other table. Okay, so that's the nature of an inner join, and if you don't specify otherwise, you know, that's what you get. Just a regular join is an inner join. Okay, so in my sheet here, okay, letter G says modify letter D so that it is a left outer join, okay? And I'm going to, we have to change this from D to F, we have one thing we have to add. We're going to add the word left, okay? Once you, so you can add either left or right, and once you add a left or a right, this becomes an outer join. Okay, once you start adding left and right to your syntax, you're in outer join territory, okay? So I'm going to run this now, and I'm looking at my results set. Okay, the first thing that jumps out at me over here is I have 46 rows returned. Okay, there are only 35 records in the inventory, 35 types of chocolate bars and so on, products. But I'm going to scroll down here and look at this. All those vendors in the vendor table that don't actually have a product in the inventory table still made the cut. That's the nature of an outer join, is that you're saying give me all of the records regardless of whether or not they have a match. Okay, and I mean that's basically it. Sometimes you may actually want that functionality for whatever reason. So that was letter F. That's a left outer join, and what that means, the difference between the left and the, here I'll change the left to a right. I think this is letter G then. We're saying we're going to do a right outer join. Okay, so this one I'm going to change to a right. Okay, what is the difference between left and right? Well, it comes down to the on clause. Okay, vendor is the table on the left, inventory is the table on the right. When I'm saying do a left outer join or a left join, what I'm saying is give me everything from this table on the left regardless of whether or not it has a match. Okay, that's why I got all of the vendors in this case, because vendor is the one on the left. Okay, and then in a right join, I'll comment this one out. In a right join, I'm saying, okay, inventory is, again, I'm looking at my on clause here. Inventory is the table on the right. Okay, the table on the right in my syntax, and I will get all of the records from inventory regardless of whether or not they have a match in the vendor table. Okay, so it's really just a difference of your syntax. Keep track of who's on the left and who's on the right. It's actually in the from clause. This is what determines right and left. In the previous one I was highlighting these guys. It's actually these guys that determine who's right and who's left. So this is left, this is right. Okay. And now this one, it doesn't make a difference because now I'm back to 35 rows, because every inventory product does have a vendor, so we didn't get anything extra there. We don't have any inventory items that don't have a match, so we just got everything that we were used to getting in this case. But so that's basically an outer join, as you're saying, okay, give me everything regardless of whether or not that record has a match. Okay, so yeah, I think I'll do the unions in another video.